Did Mark Zuckerberg just say out loud what every CEO is thinking? That's the question I've found myself asking after reading reports about comments attributed to Mark Zuckerberg regarding AI, employee productivity, and the future of work. What's interesting is how people reacted to what he just said. Because when many people hear executives talk about AI, they assume the goal is to make workers more productive. But when they hear comments suggesting that AI learns from the work employees perform every day, some people hear something very different. They hear, we are studying you so we can eventually need fewer of you. Now, to be fair, that may not be exactly what Mr. Zuckerberg intended, but perception matters. And the perception of AI is becoming almost as important as the technology itself. For years, companies have collected enormous amounts of information about workflows, productivity, customer interactions, internal processes, and the stated goal has always been efficiency. Do things faster, do things better, reduce waste, increase output. So nobody was particularly surprised by that. But AI changes the equation because now the data isn't simply being collected, it's being used to train systems that are capable of performing increasingly sophisticated tasks. And that's where the public anxiety begins. People aren't afraid of software. People aren't afraid of technology. People are afraid of becoming unnecessary, of becoming obsolete. That's a very old, ancient, even human fear. For generations, workers have worried about machines replacing people. Factory workers worried, farm workers worried, office workers worried, and now knowledge workers, people who work with knowledge, are beginning to worry as well. What's different this time is that AI isn't coming for only repetitive physical tasks. AI is beginning to touch upon writing, coding, research, customer service, design, analysis, and many other forms of knowledge work. And whether that ultimately leads to mass job losses remains to be seen. But the concern itself is real. And that's why comments like these attract so much attention. Not because people suddenly care a lot about Meta, and not because they suddenly care a lot about Mark Zuckerberg, but because they're wondering what the future looks like for themselves. Investors see one thing, workers often see another. Investors may hear productivity gains, higher margins, lower costs, greater efficiency, but workers may hear uncertainty, disruption, job security, and possibly replacement. And neither side is necessarily irrational. They're simply viewing the same development from different perspectives. What's especially interesting is that many observers suspect that numerous executives privately think this way already. The difference may be that Zuckerberg appears more willing than most to discuss it openly, and that's what makes the story fascinating. It's not the technology itself, it's not even Meta, but the psychology, the emotions, the fears, the hopes, the uncertainty, the human reaction to a future that is arriving faster than most people expected. As investors, it's easy to focus on earnings, margins, and growth projections, but markets are made of people. Workers are people. Executives are people. Consumers are people. And whenever a major technological shift occurs, understanding human psychology becomes just as important as understanding the technology itself. And I'm wondering what you think. Did Mark Zuckerberg simply state an uncomfortable truth, or did he reveal something that many people have suspected all along? I'll see you next time.